Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook, where you're gonna find the best community in all of crypto. In today's video, a decision is closer than ever. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get to it? Well, guys, since Gensler's testimony before the House Financial Services Committee, we have been hearing a number of rumors with respect to Judge Annalisa Torres's imminent decision regarding this SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. Now, just take a look at this article right down here. Ripple versus SEC Judge Torres to rule by April end. Now, that was dated just today, April 21st, 2023. And this is what it says. Deaton, and we're talking about John Deaton, previously disclosed that he believes a ruling on the Ripple versus SEC case could arrive by April end. The legal battle between California-based technology company Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission lasted over 28 months. And guys, have we not been waiting? I've been here that entire time, that is for sure. Several speculations on the date of the final ruling have emerged, with one of the latest coming from two pro-XRP lawyers who suggested that a judgment could come by the end of April. Now, prominent attorneys John Deaton forecasted, now I think James K. Filan was in there as well, forecasted a few weeks back that Judge Annalisa Torres could present a judgment for the case by the end of this month. Following the Daubert motions, he cited previous patterns in the U.S. judges' decisions. Now, Deaton noted that if a ruling does not come before May 6 at the latest, then it would be inconsistent with how Judge Torres handled past cases. And this is a quote right from John Deaton. So what I've been telling people is that we'll get the ruling somewhere between March 6 and May 6, Deaton concluded. Now, April is expected to close in 9 days, with 15 days between now and May 6. Now, if this forecast is correct, the crypto community can expect a ruling on the case in the next 2 weeks. Notably, crypto influencer Ben Armstrong, BitBoy, suggested a ruling could come in June or July based on his convictions. Now, Ashley Prosper is going to throw her opinion in the ring, and this is what she says. Ashley Prosper, an XRP community member, shares the same sentiment as attorneys Deaton and Filan. Prosper highlighted in a recent tweet that April 27th would mark the 52nd day since Judge Torres ruled on the Daubert motions. Citing past cases, Prosper asserted that a ruling on summary judgment could come next week. Well, guys, throughout this whole deal, we have been just seeing all kinds of stuff transpire. And I think especially with respect to this testimony that Gensler gave between the House Financial Services Committee, my guess is Judge Annalisa Torres was absolutely watching that. Now, how Judge Torres is going to decide, I think it's going to be greatly influenced by the absolute facts in this case. And the fact is, if the SEC themselves cannot decide on what is a security and what is not a security in this space, then how on earth could they actually provide Ripple with fair notice with respect to selling an unregistered security when they're not even coming out and providing a definition of what one was, and they're not even communicating that right before Congress, the legislators that actually make the laws with respect to how the SEC is supposed to be governed. Guys, it makes absolutely zero sense. Now, on top of that, look, they did not even prove that even one prong of the Howey test was met. And think of this too, guys. Even in the Howey test, were the oranges deemed to be securities? Absolutely not, because if they were, then every supermarket in America would have had to have registered with the SEC to sell the oranges, wouldn't they? Well, guys, secondary market sales of XRP and XRP itself is not a security. There is no investment contract between you and I and Ripple has no obligations to us as if we're some kind of a shareholder with the expectation of dividends. Now think about this too. Remember that in the Howey test, it is somebody who's getting a service or something like that with respect to an expectation of profit based on the efforts of others, and in this case Ripple, not based on market conditions and what the market can do. And we've absolutely seen evidence presented to the court that XRP is subject to the same market conditions as every other digital asset in this space. And when Bitcoin goes up, it rises. When it drops, and it has experienced the same drops and rises. Now, yes, we have had this SEC lawsuit that has suppressed the price, to be sure. Imagine if Bitcoin or Ethereum were actually cut out of the world's largest, largest economy. The United States is the world's largest trading market. And you imagine if Bitcoin and Ethereum were cut out of that. Do you think that they would have done as well as they did last bull run? I highly doubt it. But even in that situation, XRP with an SEC lawsuit against it, and on top of that being delisted from practically every single American exchange save one, went from 17.48 cents to $1.97 in 4 months, an 1,100% return. That is absolutely amazing. And think of this too, guys. XRP during this whole fiasco of a case has never left the top 10 in market cap for the entire digital asset space. That is absolutely amazing. Now, guys, here's another article citing a lot of the same things, but on a little bit of a different twist. Ripple versus SEC court update. Will the ruling come next week? 2 years and 120 days ago, the Securities and Exchange Commission filed what is probably the most significant enforcement action for the crypto industry against Ripple Labs. After years of exchanging arguments and documents, the decision is imminent. According to several legal experts, however, no one knows exactly when the ruling will come. At the same time, the pressure on United States Southern District Court of New York Judge Annalisa Torres has probably never been higher than it is currently in this current case. The week's hearing of Gary Gensler before the U.S. Congress showed how deep the rifts are between the SEC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, Congress, and the crypto industry. The trench warfare between the institutions is unlikely to leave Torres unscathed. XRP community attorney John E. Deaton in a recent update stated, "I doubt very seriously that Judge Torres has ever felt the pressure she is feeling right now and raised the bar even higher. This decision is as big as a decision as this judge ever faced." Think about what other decision as big as this decision when it comes to global trade and finance in modern history. This is the most significant no fraud SEC enforcement action since 1946. And guys, think about it this way. Here we are arguing over the Howey test, and that was decided way back there in the 1940s. And here it is 2023, and it's still being brought up today. And you got Gary Gensler out there saying, oh yeah, I think that's perfect legislation, yet not being able to define what a security is for this digital asset space. It's absolutely ridiculous. But a decision in this case, guys, the implications could literally go for the next 80 to 100 years when it comes to this digital asset space in determining, hey, what fits the bill as a security and what does not. Now, that is a lot of pressure to be put on any judge. Now, further, Deaton expressed his understanding that Judge Torres is taking her time with the ruling and carefully weighing every word. If the ruling goes against Ripple, she knows that she is dealing with a conservative court, and if the ruling goes for Ripple, she will have to justify it to it all. Now, listen to this. Using previous rulings by Judge Torres, attorneys John Deaton and James K. Filan have speculated in the past that a ruling could come no later than the end of April. Anything else would be a surprise to both attorneys. Ashley Prosper, an XRP community member who most recently made headlines with a Freedom of Information Act request to the SEC about entanglements with JP Morgan, has found yet another argument via Twitter. Prosper wrote that next week will be a very interesting week. Come April 27th, she says, we will have been waiting 52 days from when Judge Torres ruled on the Daubert motions. This interests me because it took Judge Torres 52 days to decide the Daubert motions, so I assume her summary judgment ruling will be just around the corner. At press time, the XRP price was at 47.13 cents after losing key support at 0.4939 yesterday. The price continues to hold strong amid market-wide correction, but needs to regain this level to stop the downtrend. Guys, what's happening here is XRP is actually just retracing to its support when it took off on its one wave. Now, its one wave got up to what, 43.09 cents? And then its two wave has come down from there and then back up on that three wave where it went up all the way to what, 58 cents. Now we're in this four wave, and a lot of technical analysis folks that I've been reading are saying, hey, look, we might dip down to that 43, 42 cent. But if we bounce off of that, then we're looking for a monster move that could take us well above 65 into 70 cents and then beyond. Now, if a decision comes out next week, and we're actually bouncing off support and starting to trend back up, I think you are going to see such a monstrous move. Look, when the library decision was actually finalized, and yes, the library principals got fined, but library token itself was deemed to not be a security in the secondary market. We saw a move of what, 250% in one day. Now you just imagine how much more widespread globally is the XRP ecosystem, guys, than what library was. I think you're going to see a monumental move should that happen. Now that is my opinion. But guys, I want to show you something that is really, really cool and amazing positive news for this whole ecosystem. Ripple's XRP powered solution surpasses 30 billion transactions processed since launch. And look at this, guys. In a recent publication, California-based fintech firm Ripple has revealed that its global XRP-powered global proprietary payment solution, RippleNet, has processed nearly 30 billion across 20 million transactions since launch. The publication was first pointed out to be synonymous XRP crypto community influencer Wrath of Conanan, who praised the payment solution's achievements. The publication details that the firm's payment solution offers a variety of services designated to facilitate more efficient treasury flows, including access to its extensive global network that spans numerous countries such as India, Brazil, the United Arab Emirates, Mexico, Singapore, the UK, and others. The regions served by Ripple's network are responsible for a significant portion of global remittance volume, with India and Mexico leading in the remittance inflows during 2022 at 100 billion and 60 billion respectively. India has consistently topped the list for the past 15 years, the publication details. Ripple also emphasized the expansion of its payment solution to nearly 70 payout markets worldwide, which account for up to 90% of the global foreign exchange market. That is absolutely mesmerizing. The guide also unveiled that Ripple processed over 1 billion in transaction volume in the Asia-Pacific region, which includes countries like India and Singapore during the first quarter of 2022 alone. RippleNet, is worth noting, uses the XRP token for its on-demand liquidity solution, but not for every services it offers. According to the firm's website, RippleNet offers connections to hundreds of financial institutions around the world via a single API to make money moving faster, cheaper, and more reliable. The on-demand liquidity solution leverages the XRP token to source liquidity during cross-border transactions as an alternative to traditional systems. It's unclear how much of the process volume has been influenced by the cryptocurrency, which currently has a market capitalization of $46.7 billion, according to Crypto Compare data. The value of XRP has notably been affected by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple and two of its executives alleging they raised over $1.3 billion through an unregistered ongoing digital asset securities offering, which, guys, like I said, is absolutely ridiculous when the SEC themselves can't even tell you what is a digital asset security. It is totally out of this world. The lawsuit hasn't been resolved yet, as Crypto Globe reported. According to popular cryptocurrency analysis Ali Martinez, the native token of the XRP ledger could soon see a 73% surge to the 80-cent mark if it can secure a 3-day candlestick close above the 46-cent level. Guys, I'm telling you what, this is an amazing time to be in this space, and it's my personal belief that we are going to get a decision out of Judge Annalisa Torres very, very soon, especially since we heard such a testimony from Gary Gensler during that Financial Services Committee, investigation, when he was actually out there saying all the stuff, and he couldn't even come out and really classify what a security is. And I think Judge Torres was watching and she was paying attention, and just like John Deaton says, I think she's weighing every single word. So guys, buckle up, because I think we're about to see some real fireworks take off in this next week. We're going to get that decision. I'll tell you, when we get that clarity for XRP, even in the secondary market, you are going to see this thing absolutely jettison right into the stratosphere. It is going to be something else. Guys, one of the best decisions that Judy and I made was to have our plan in place before that last bull run took off. And what our coaching program is, that is where you and I can meet personally, one-on-one for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls we did. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even help you get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that are really going to help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250. And if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigitaloutlook.com and we'll get you all booked in. Well, guys, I'll tell you what, I've been here since the very beginning of this case. In fact, I was buying XRP long before the SEC dropped this lawsuit on Ripple, and I'm anticipating an end to this case just as much as anybody else. But I'll tell you what, I want to invite you to join the conversation and drop your comments right down there in the comment section. Open it up to the community and start a discussion. Now, many of you know I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. But if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And hey, don't forget about hitting that notification bell down there, because as you know, things in this space change just like that. And I like to get that information out to you as soon as possible. And on top of that, I don't want you missing out on any of our regularly released videos. Now, guys, we have been making some major progress in that subscriber milestone. And if you're one of the thousands of folks who have been watching these videos but you haven't yet subscribed, would you do the channel a favor and join this community? We'd really love to have you on board. So in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, Be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.